We need to work our way to a steam quarry. In order to do this, we will need Invar Rotary Blades. Make industrial amounts of diamond dust by putting diamonds in a macerator.
To make Invar, make industrial amounts of iron and nickel dust also with a macerator.
Then make industrial amounts of Invar dust with a mixer and smelt that into industrial amounts of Invar ingots. We need lubricant to use cutting machines. Put your creosote and redstone dust into a mixer to make lubricant. Pipe it to the cutting machine. Use those Invar ingots to make Invar plates, bolts, rings, and gears to make your Invar Rotary Blades. And yes, I do want industrial amounts of everything I've listed so far. Next, we need item pipes. Make industrial amounts of item pipes using bronze curved plates and steel gears. It's time to make a Steam Quarry to start auto mining. Craft 1 Steam Quarry, 13 steel machine casing, 6 steel pipe machine casing, and 4 chains. Then craft a steel packer and unpacker. I won't actually be using these, I'll be using the electric variants, so only make these if you want. Craft a couple of steel upgrades to upgrade all your bronze machines into steel machines. Don't make more than you need. We will wait until we have electricity before we begin mass production and automation. Finally, make a few steel fluid input hatches and steel item input-output hatches for your quarry. The quarry will consume drills and return ore. Create industrial amounts of copper drills and bronze drills. The copper drill will give you cobblestone, diorite, andesite, granite, dirt, gravel, cobble deep slate, and tuff. If you do not want any of these blocks, you do not need to use copper drills in the quarry. Bronze drills in the quarry will return iron ore, coal ore, lignite coal ore, copper ore, tin ore, gold ore, and redstone ore. Store these in bronze barrels, pipe them to your quarry, and pipe the item output hatch into a chest. Later on, when we begin mass production and automation, we will store everything into its own barrel. Finally, pipe steam to the fluid input hatch and let your quarry mine for you. This does not destroy the environment or break any actual blocks in your world. You are consuming drills to produce these stones out of thin air. If we want to conduct electricity, we need wires. Time to make a steel wire mill. Pipe steam to the wire mill to power it. Let's make oil next. Add water and coke dust into a mixer to make raw synthetic oil, then put raw synthetic oil into your steam blast furnace to make synthetic oil. You will need another fluid input hatch and a fluid output hatch. Finally, put synthetic oil and paper into a mixer to make rubber sheets. You may want a couple more mixers to do this entire process. If you accidentally put in a fluid you don't want, you can bucket it out if there is 1L1B of liquid. If not, just break and replace the machine. This is where all the paper you have will be used. If you are playing with other mods and you can farm wood logs easily, then you use a macerator to turn logs into wood pulp, then combine wood pulp and water in a mixer to make paper. Otherwise, you can put sugarcane into a compressor to make paper. Now, we want to make an analog circuit which requires resistors, inductors, capacitors, analog circuit boards, and copper wires. To make these, you need coal dust, copper fine wire, steel rod, gold plate, and rubber sheet. Make industrial amounts of everything I've listed so far. Now, make industrial amounts of tin cables, which require tin plates and tin wires. These cables are going to power electric machines. Now we need to convert steam into electricity. Make industrial amounts of tin rotor motor and basic machine hull, which will require you to make tin bolt, tin ring, tin rod, tin curved plate, tin blade, redstone battery, and magnetic steel rod. We need another resource, battery alloy. Put lead ingot and antimony ingot into a macerator to get dust. Make battery alloy dust by mixing lead dust and antimony dust. Put the battery alloy dust into a furnace to get battery alloy ingot. Make industrial amounts of battery alloy plate, curved plate, and large plate. Make a LV steam turbine. You will need to make more as you continue to build more and more electric machines that require more and more power. Pipe steam to steam turbines. Now make a large steam boiler. To set this up, you will need 2 bronze pipe machine casing, 24 bronze plated bricks, and 9 heat-proof machine casing. Each large steam boiler should be able to support around 8 LV steam turbines. Now, make an assembler. First, you need industrial amounts of piston. The MI piston, not the vanilla Minecraft piston. Conveyor and robot arm. Congratulations on making your first electric machine. Now make industrial amounts of it. Now make a polarizer. You will need 3 of these total for automating production later on, though 1 for now should work. We need a new resource, copper nickel. Make copper nickel dust from nickel dust and copper dust in a mixer. Then smelt the copper nickel dust in a furnace to make copper nickel ingot. From there, make copper nickel plates using a compressor and a wire mill to make copper nickel wire. Use your polarizer to make magnetic copper nickel wire. Power all your electric machines by connecting them to the steam turbine with your tin cables. Craft copper nickel cable from the wires and rubber sheets. Make industrial amounts of all the copper nickel items I said so far. Make an electric blast furnace, EBF. You will need 17 heat-proof machine casing and 16 copper nickel coil to build this. To power the EBF, we need an LV energy input hatch. Make a couple of these because every electric multi-block machine we use will need one, but don't make too many because we will replace them later on for better versions. Power the EBF, and let's power our large steam boiler too. This is just the same as a regular boiler but bigger and better. Give it 1 fluid output hatch, 1 fluid input hatch, and 1 item input hatch. Pipe in water and coal and pipe out steam. Now you have a better supply of steam for all your machines. We are now going to begin automating all of our resources we've made so far. You will have an abundance of everything, but this factory won't be made without a big, tedious headache. Let's dive right in. If you haven't cleared out that giant 100-100 area yet, now is when we need it. After this process is done, you will not be making any more steel or bronze machines. And remember, make more steam turbines, Steam Quarry if your supply can't meet demand. Make industrial amounts of machines. Assembler, electric compressor, electric cutting machine, electric furnace, electric macerator, electric mixer, electric packer, electric wire mill, electric unpacker, and electric water pump. If you want to store everything in barrels, then make industrial amounts of bronze barrel. If you find yourself needing more space to store items as we build up our factory, then make steel barrel. We're going right back to the beginning, copper. First set up 1 quarry and a large steam boiler. This is going to be used for only bronze drill, which will give us copper ore. Bronze will be automated soon, but for now, just make some bronze drills by hand if you don't have more already and throw them in. As you continue creating your factory, you may need to make multiple quarries. We also need to make a new resource, soldering alloy. To do this, first make industrial amounts of pump. Then, make a large tank and a lot of large tank hatch. Set up the tank. You can change the dimensions to your liking. The bigger the tank, the more liquid it can store. Then, set up another tank to make lubricant. We will automate the liquids later. Our goal with this factory is to make everything from every resource. So from copper, we want a constant supply of copper ingot, copper dust, copper plate, copper curved plate, copper large plate, copper bolt, copper rod, copper ring, copper blade, copper drill head, copper wire, copper fine wire, copper gear, and copper rotor. Wow, that was a mouthful. You may want to add signs as you go to keep track of what everything is making. Make sure to pipe soldering alloy liquid to all your assemblers and lubricant to all your cutting machines for, when we actually make the liquid. Power up your machines, configure all your item pipes, and congratulations. Now you have copper automated. Ready to repeat the whole process with every single resource? Let's do lignite coal next to power our steam boilers, which you may need to make more of since only 1 steam boiler will not be enough to power your entire factory. This one is rather simple since we only need lignite coal. We do not need lignite coal dust or crushed dust. but if you want those resources, feel free to automate it yourself. Next is tin. Set up everything to take tin ore from the quarry and create tin ingot, tin dust, tin plate, tin curved plate, tin rod, tin bolt, tin ring, tin gear, tin blade, tin rotor, and tin wire. Congratulations, you have now automated tin resources. If you have leftover tin ore, copper ore, or lignite coal ore, you can store them in barrels and pipe them to your furnaces. Bronze is made from tin and copper. Let's do that next. Create bronze dust, then from that make bronze ingot, bronze plate, bronze curved plate, bronze rod, bronze bolt, bronze ring, bronze gear, bronze blade, bronze rotor, and bronze drill head. Turn on lock editing to lock certain items for all your recipes that require more than one ingredient in case your machines get clogged. Note that your assembler for your bronze drill head can also produce bronze machine casing unless you lock edit it to produce bronze drill head only. Let's automate iron next. Set up machines to automate iron ingot, iron dust, iron plate, iron rod, iron bolt, iron ring, and iron gear. Then automate gold resources. This includes gold ingot, gold dust, gold plate, gold curved plate, gold rod, gold ring, gold bolt, gold gear, and gold drill head. Can you see the pattern here? We're automating all resources that can be made with the products of the bronze drill. Let's do redstone next. This one is simple. You only need redstone dust. Last is coal. The only product you want from this is coal dust. Store coal dust into a barrel since you will need it later for several things. Now, let's automate lubricant. This can be done by mixing redstone dust and creosote. First, pipe steam into your coke oven if you haven't already. Then, pipe coal dust into a barrel and into the coke oven. Finally, pipe out coke dust into a barrel and creosote into a mixer. Pipe redstone dust into a barrel and into that mixer, and pipe lubricant into your tank. If you need your coke oven to go faster, build more coke ovens or use gunpowder on it. Let's make silicon. To do this, we need to power our EBF and give it coke dust and quartz dust. Make quartz dust by putting nether quartz in a macerator. Then make silicon ingot by putting silicon dust in a furnace. Then automate silicon plate. It's not fully automatic for now. We need silver. If you are playing with other mods, you may be able to mine silver ore, but if not, we can make it from lead. First, let's automate lead. Set up machines to make raw lead, lead ingot, lead dust, lead tiny dust, and lead plate. Unlike other tiny dusts, lead tiny dust has actual uses that cannot be accomplished with regular lead dust. Once this is done, you can macerate raw lead for a 50% chance to make raw silver. You will probably run into an excess of lead dust. Create an automatic trash can to pipe any excess items or fluids you do not want. You can use the trash can to empty a fluid slot with a right click. Finally, automate silver ingot, silver dust, silver plate, and silver wire. We need another resource, electrum. Mix gold dust and silver dust to make electrum dust. Smelt that in a furnace to get electrum ingot. Put the ingots into a compressor to make electrum plate and use a wire mill to make electrum wire and electrum fine wire. we need yet another resource, aluminum. First, set up machines to automate bauxite. Use a macerator to turn bauxite ore into bauxite crushed dust, then another macerator to make bauxite dust. Store some of the bauxite dust in a barrel for later. Build another EBF and put bauxite dust in it to make an aluminum nugget. From here, you can automate aluminum ingot, aluminum plate, aluminum large plate, aluminum dust, aluminum curved plate, aluminum rod, aluminum bolt, aluminum ring, aluminum blade, aluminum drill head, aluminum gear, aluminum rotor, and aluminum wire. One thing to note is that your assembler for the aluminum drill head might also create frost-proof machine casing. If you play with other mods, keep in mind that aluminum might be spelled as aluminium. Let's make soldering alloy. Finally, make a mixer to combine tin dust and lead dust, then set up a steam blast furnace for the soldering alloy dust and connect it to your tank. Make sure to use steel item input hatch for your SBF. I accidentally clogged a couple of my item pipes with the wrong items. Make sure you check your pipes and machines every now and then to ensure the filters are set up correctly to prevent clogging. Now, make industrial amounts of diode, transistor, electrum cable, and electronic circuit board. Use these to make electronic circuit. Now we can start making even more electric machines. I forgot to automate steel. Make uncooked steel dust by mixing iron dust and coke dust. Then use another SBF to make steel ingot. From there, make the rest of the resources: steel plate, steel curve plate, steel rod, steel bolt, magnetic steel rod, steel ring, steel large plate, steel gear, and steel drill head. Automate chain 2 since it's part of several multi-blocks. Now we're going to mass produce more ores. To do this, make industrial amounts of large motor, advanced machine casing, silicon battery, and advanced machine hull. Use these to make at least 3 electric quarry. Each one will need 16 steel machine casing, 6 steel pipe machine casing, and 4 chain. Afterwards, make industrial amounts of gold drill and steel drill. We can't make stainless steel drill just yet. If you want to turn any steam quarry you have into electric ones, feel free. Don't forget to item pipe nether quartz ore and nether gold ore too, since that is now also automatically generated. You now have automated diamond and ancient debris. For this mod, you only need the ores from the quarries, so be sure to pipe out all the other materials somewhere else. like ancient debris, glowstone, netherrack, etc. Your electric quarries are probably moving too fast for your item pipes. If you need item pipes to move items faster, you can add a large motor or motor into them. Make another macerator to turn quartz ore into quartz crushed dust. Then put that into your macerator to make quartz dust. I forgot to automate rubber. First, automate paper. If you have a sugarcane farm, use a compressor. If you have a wood farm, use a macerator to make wood pulp. Then use a mixer with water to make paper. Then, automate raw synthetic oil. Cook that in an SBF to make synthetic oil.
Nice.
Finally, automate rubber sheet. Pipe out bauxite and lead, since you already set up the automation for them. Now let's automate capacitor, analog circuit board, resistor, and inductor. Then automate analog circuit, tin cable, motor, piston, robot arm, and conveyor belt. Make sure to use lock edit so you don't make items you don't want. At this point, you're probably going to run out of electricity if you've only been using one boiler. If you want other sources of electricity besides steam, you can use a diesel generator. Craft a LV diesel generator. You can give it any fluid fuel, but for now, all we have is synthetic oil or creosote. The generator will consume these fluids to produce power. Now, automate item pipe and fluid pipe. This is where you will need a way to farm a lot of sand. Luckily, you can generate sand from MI. First, obtain gravel or cobblestone from a copper drill.
Use a macerator to turn cobblestone into gravel, then macerate again to make sand.
Sand can be made from sandstone or gravel. Use a cutting machine to turn glass into glass panes. Can you set up this part on your own without me walking you through it?
Use J, Ray, or ME for help with viewing recipes.
Automate all your drills so that your quarries will be truly automatic. Double check your drill recipes because I got some of mine wrong. Don't forget to pipe these to your quarries. You're probably tired of ugly pipes everywhere and configuring them to the same settings over and over. Time to make a pipe config card. This card can camouflage pipes and copy configurations across pipes, so you can easily apply the same settings on however many pipes you want. To automate batteries, we need to automate antimony and battery alloy. Make antimony dust and antimony tiny dust. Then make battery alloy dust, battery alloy ingot, battery alloy plate, and battery alloy curved plate. At this point I gave up on figuring out my piping and fixed it off screen, but I'm sure you can do it without my help. Now, automate electrum cable, redstone battery, and silicon battery. Automate basic machine hull and advanced machine hull, but you need to automate advanced machine casing, electronic circuit board, diode, and transistor. Now it should be much easier to craft machines, which, if you haven't already, you should automate.
Note that your diode assembler can also make steel tank. I will not make assemblers for every single thing, but at this point you should know to automate anything you will need industrial amounts of. Check EMI, REI, or JEI for recipes.
Do you want an elytra? A jetpack is basically the same thing. First, make an aluminum tank to store fuel. In this case, I will be storing synthetic oil. Then, craft some rubber helmet and rubber boots to go with the outfit. Finally, craft your diesel jetpack. You can fuel it by right-clicking a tank with fuel. While we're at it, make a diesel mining drill and diesel chainsaw. You no longer need pickaxes, axes, or shovels. Toggle between Silk Touch and Fortune 3 with Shift right-click. If you want it to break blocks faster, then you need better fuel. We will unlock more fluids that can be used as fuel as we continue through MI. We're almost at the mid-game of this mod. Let's make more machines. First, automate pump, large motor, large pump, nickel resources, ingot and dust, and cupro-nickel resources, dust, ingot, plate, wire, and magnetic wire.
Your pump assembler needs soldering alloy.
Next, automate all your Invar resources and diamond resources. Invar dust, Invar ingot, Invar plate, Invar large plate, Invar rod, Invar bolt, Invar ring, Invar gear, diamond dust, and diamond plate. Then, automate Invar Rotary Blade. Automate centrifuge, chemical reactor, vacuum freezer, MV steam turbine, distillery, and electrolyzer.
I set up this automation off screen, because at this point, you should be able to do it yourself.
Make an advanced large steam boiler for even more power, and make an oil drilling rig, a multi-block that needs chains, steel pipe machine casing, and steel machine casing. Automate any machine casing you need, and aluminum drill. The oil drilling rig will make crude oil from the aluminum drill.
You can right-click a tank with your wrench to lock or unlock it.
And that's it for the Electric Age. See you in part 3 for mid-game.